the most wonderful time of the year. Let's see if Santa can bring the Miami Dolphins some good stuff. What is up, Finn fans? And I hope you guys have a happy and very Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all the people who don't celebrate Christmas but do celebrate other holidays on this day. This is a tradition of the channel. I started doing this. I don't think I did this the first year of the channel, but I started doing this where it's a theme. Thanksgiving, I do something. I don't know if I do something on Halloween, but I do Christmas and I do the wish list. Essentially, we're asking Santa Claus something to help the Miami Dolphins be better, whatever it is. So I came up with a list, and I tried to keep it more now, I guess you could say, more like what could happen in the upcoming year or whatever, because I know, I did this the past couple of years, and I think I asked for the Dolphins to win a Super Bowl, but now this list, I'm making it more the next couple months to year. I'm asking Santa for that. What can he give us now? You know what I'm saying? So I hope you understand, and I hope as I go off this, you understand. So the first thing that is on the wish list to Santa for Christmas is to make the playoffs this year. Now that means winning the next 3 games, because I wrote win the next 3 games, then I was going to write make the playoffs, because one has to coincide with the other. Just winning the next 3 games doesn't guarantee we'll make the playoffs. So I said make the playoffs. Let's win the next 3 games. Let's have the dominoes fall in our favor. Let's make the playoffs. Let's be the first first not only Miami Dolphin team, but the first NFL team ever to start the season 1-7 and to turn it around in such a way that we make the playoffs. It has never happened in the NFL before, but so hasn't going undefeated. So let's make the playoffs. Let's play our butts off against the Saints, the Titans, and the Patriots. Let's win those games. Let's make the playoffs. So I would love that as a gift for Christmas. And then as we open it, it gets better and better. The next thing that I would be asking Santa for, and the next thing that is on my wish list, re-sign some of these top free agents we have coming up. Now, I'm going to go into a full, this is off-season video where I talk about who we should re-sign, who we should cut, who we should be targeting in free agency, all that stuff. But I want to see the Dolphins go out and start to try to keep their own talent. And there's names on this list, because I have the list pulled up of pending free agents of next year, right? You got Will Fuller. I don't see him coming back. But you have like Emmanuel Ogbah. You have, obviously, Gesicki. You have Mac Hollins, who is extremely underappreciated. And when that man's on the field, and especially in the wide receiver position, and he gets the ball in his hands, he makes plays. Even Durham Smythe had a nice game. But then there's like names on here that if they didn't get re-signed, it's whatever. Like Malcolm Brown, Jason McCourty, Greg Maines. You're just like, okay. Elijah Campbell, even Preston Williams. Okay, but sign the guys that have shown they are talented. The Nick Needhams, the Matt Collins, Mike Gesicki, Emmanuel Ogbah. Heck, Philip Lindsay goes off on the next 3 games. Why not try to bring him back? So that's the next thing on the list. Have Greer kind of change his aspect, change his thought process on how he goes about free agency when it comes to our own free agents. I'll talk about the other free agents right now. Next thing I have on my list is a good offensive line. I'm not asking for elite. I'm not asking for, all 5 of them are all pros and this and that. I just want a good offensive line. I want to have a 100-yard rusher for more than 1 game every year. Like, can we get an offensive line that we can let plays develop, that we can let these down the field plays happen, and let receivers actually run double moves in their routes, and stop and goes, and all these. It has to be so quick and precise because of how much pressure the offensive line gives up. And on top of that, we keep in 7 to block 4 too many times. So am I saying everyone on the offensive line is garbage? They got to go? No. But can we get a good offensive line? Like, can we produce a good offensive line where we have a steady running game that entails the passing game, when we can start incorporating play action and we can incorporate deeper passing routes and time in the pocket, and we actually have our quarterback, or we hear the opposing team's fans screaming, "Get after him! Why does he have so much time in the pocket?" Because there's so many times I'm like, he's got too much time, and that's never our guy. So fix the offensive line. Let's get a good offensive line. Next thing I got on my list, my Christmas wish list for the Miami Dolphins: healthy wide receivers. We have talent at the wide receiver position, especially with Devontae Parker. He is talented when it comes to being a very good wide receiver, but he just can't stay healthy. He just can't get out of his own way. And if you're not on the field, you're not helping. And he needs to get on the field. Him, Preston Williams, Will Fuller. We bring these guys in, he has so much potential. Nothing happens with them. So if we're going to go out there and we're going to sign free agent wide receivers, or we're going to draft replacement wide receivers, don't let them have an injury history, because Devontae Parker had an injury history. Will Fuller had an injury history. I think Preston Williams had an injury history. We tend to do that. And it's funny because I'll notice some things. Hey, Doug, what do you think about potentially trying to get Saquon? And I'm like, no. I don't care how good he is. I'm tired of bringing in players that have injury histories. Hey, Doug, what do you think about bringing in Christian McCaffrey? No. I don't care how good he is. I'm tired of bringing in players that have injury histories. That being said, I just tossed out 2 running backs that I've heard some of you guys ask me, hey, what about bringing them in? The next thing on my Christmas wish list, an every down back. Now, I don't think Duke Johnson's an every down back. I don't think Philip Lindsay. Actually, maybe Philip Lindsay can become an every down back, but I don't think Duke Johnson is an every down back. I want that every down back. I want that Ricky. I want that Zonka. I want that, just name it. We can go down the list, the Emmitt Smiths, the Curtis Martin, the Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara. Like, we can literally go down the list of running backs that first to third down, they could be on the field and they can help either get you the yardage or convert the third downs. I want that every down back. It's been so long since we've had that every down back. It's been so long since we've had a running back that can produce multiple. J.J. was the last running back we had that had multiple 100-yard, let alone 200-yard games in a season. It's been a very long time. It was 2016, 5 years ago. Let's get that every down back. Now, I'm expecting in the comment section, you're wishing, there's going to be some people that on their wish list, or they're going to say, how do I not ask for a better quarterback? I'd like for people to have patience. Maybe that's something I could add on my wish list. Now, again, am I saying 7 years? Hell no. But we'll see how that all pans out. I'm not touching the quarterback situation because it's like, for some reason you talk about Deshaun Watson versus Tua Tagovailoa, and I have multiple times given you my thoughts on those 2 quarterbacks and the potential of acquiring Deshaun Watson versus the potential that Tua Tagovailoa has. I've given you those thoughts. But those two quarterbacks and that discussion is like Democrat versus Republican. It is just something I don't want to talk about anymore. We'll talk about it in the off season. That's not something I'm going to bring into this video because this is a Christmas video. Happy, joyous Christmas video. I'm talking about ways to make this team better. The next thing on my list is I'd like to bring in on the offensive side I'm not saying that the coaches we have are incompetent, but some veteran leadership, especially when it comes to the coaching, especially when it comes to areas of the offense that need that coaching. Offensive line. I think that you bring in a coach that has experience, that has done it before, like Dave DouglieDoWrong. We brought him in. He's had experience with the Colts that he had them have a very good offensive line, and we brought him in, and he didn't want to re-sign with us. I honestly think you bring in a very good veteran, experienced offensive line coach, and then you bring in 2 vets to kind of bridge the gap for, Austin Jackson, Solomon Kinley, Liam Eichenberg, and Robert Hunt. Even Dieter. Dieter had a bad game against the Jets, side note. But you bring in those vets to kind of help them learn, and then you got the coach to coach them up and get them to be really good. This offensive line can, again, go back to something on my list, be good. Then also the coordinator. Do you notice I said the coordinator, not coordinators? That needs to go. Gotsey and Studsville, fantastic. Just one. And again, go out and get an experienced offensive coordinator, a guy who has done it before. We had someone in the building who won a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator in Jim Caldwell. I'm not going to edit out the fact that I stopped and I had to think for a second. But Jim Caldwell won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens as their offensive coordinator. He got healthy, and then I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. So bring in somebody like that. Bring in somebody who has done it before, has been successful with it before, and can help Brian Flores. Because Brian Flores has his hand all over that defense. But when it comes to the offense, he needs a little bit of help. But that's what I got for you. Not much on the defensive side. For me, I think the defense needs a little things here and there. Maybe I'd get a linebacker, like a legit, like a Micah Parsons type middle linebacker that is going to really elevate the defense to where it should be. But the defense, to me, I like what's going on in the front. Again, middle linebacker's probably the only thing I'd really ask for. Corners, we'll see what happens with Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. Safety, I think we're set with Brandon Jones and Javon Holland. So I'm not so much worried on the defensive side. I add pieces, but it's the offensive side that worries me. And then why I'm adding that to all of my Christmas wish list. But that's going to be the video for you guys. Not too long. I don't want to take up too much of your time. If you are watching this on Christmas, go spend time with your family. Enjoy it. Open your gifts. Hope you guys got some cool Dolphin stuff. Hope you guys got cool stuff regardless. Fun fact, my wife won't see this, but I got her a Packers jersey. She's a Packers fan with my last name because, we're married now, on the back of it. So maybe I'll post a picture of that on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet, and all that stuff. And you already know I got the baby. I'll show you. I got the baby her first jersey. It's a merino jersey. She can grow into this, but it's like really good quality, stitched and everything. So yeah. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday. I will see you guys on Monday night. So tomorrow night, talk about the who won, who lost, and how that helps with our playoff hunt and all that stuff. And then I'll see you guys Monday for the game. Dolphins taking on the Saints. Hopefully no more Dolphins get put on the COVID list, and they all play and they're all healthy. But other than that, again, hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, a very safe and happy holiday, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. But like usual, stay classy. And fins up.